Make a date with Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwei at 6 a.m. from Monday to Saturday on Graphic Online via Facebook and YouTube as he expounds on matters of faith. Graphic Online, truth and accuracy every day.
Hello, this is Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwei of Living Streams International, bringing you matters of faith with Graphic Online. And this morning, I'd like to capture my thoughts with the words, wisdom run. Wisdom run. That is, wisdom run. Otilo. Running away. And then my mind goes back to, a question one young man asked me. He was involved in a ministry. And perhaps, maybe there might have been a little bit of misunderstanding between him and his head pastor. Right? And then all of a sudden, the head pastor was throwing spears at him on a daily basis. When I say throwing spears, he was killing him, he was assassinating him, he was blasting him, he was doing all sorts of things to him, making his life very miserable. And truthfully, he had not done anything wrong. But the spears were being thrown at him. So my mind now goes back to Saul and David. Now the Bible says, now David was serving in the house of Saul. But because of Saul's jealousy, Saul's envy, Saul's insecurity, he began to see David as a threat to his throne. And then he picked up spears and began to throw those spears at David. Now someone will say, for loyalty's sake, David must stay. But for life's sake, David must run. When you see the spears are being thrown, and when Saul was throwing spears, he was nailing him to a wall. And that means that is the end of David's life. He has surrounded David with 4 walls, and he was just picking a spear and nailing him. David's life, kaput, finish. Can you understand what I'm saying? Capish? That was ended. There was nothing David could do about it. If the spear had found its mark or found its target, David would be a dead man. And therefore, you don't need to ask a question. David, run. That's what he did. You don't stay in a situation that seeks to kill you. You don't stay in a situation that seeks to terminate everything that God has put in you. You don't stay in that place and leave. David left. And it was a wisdom run, because your life is threatened. You don't stay in a marriage that threatens your life. Don't stay in it. Run. You don't stay in a situation where there's constant abuse, and those constant abuses are life-threatening. You don't stay in it. I'm sorry, but people will say, but Pastor, you should bear all things. Bear what? When your life is under threat. And I remember a woman whose life was under threat, and then, she came to me and I said, leave the marriage. And then she says, oh no, you see, the Bible says for better or for worse. I said, where is it written for better or for worse? Where? And everybody else was counseling and said, stay in it. I said, leave. She's dead, for goodness sake. She's dead now. That is when you should have exercised the wisdom run. Situations that threaten your life, situations that endangers your life, you don't stay in it. You leave. It is called the wisdom run. Run. Wisdom says it. Well, these are choices you have to make. So, see you later.